Okay, so this is Nellie Bly's store. She just got out of the way. You know, living here would be a little difficult. It's like the gas station slash grocery store is like 3 miles like away or down the hill. So I'm just kind of eating what I got in my car. Alright, so when I don't properly mix things together, I gotta eat them in a particular order to maximize the taste. So I think I start out putting raisins in my mouth, start eating them, chase them with nuts. These sprouted nuts that I spent, I think this is like $15. I had to try them, and they're pretty good. Sprouted nuts. Chase the nuts, and there's peanuts in here. Chase the nuts with the corn I cooked, and then chase that with cinnamon. And I'm a little concerned about consuming too much of this cinnamon. It's supposed to be toxic to the liver, but I've been really giving in to the taste and enjoying it more. It could be at an expense of my liver. This car almost seems to be abandoned. A Chevrolet Biscayne. Oh man, you can open it. Oh. Pretty neat. And the old Motorola. Wow. Here I was thinking I was going to make a simple run to the bathroom at the fire station, and it's so busy right now. It's like 2 p.m. It's after 2 p.m. and it's so busy. There's a line at the bathrooms. That's just incredible. This one-way street is so long through the city or town. I wonder if I could just drive backwards and until like maybe at like 1 a.m. when nobody's on the road, you can try to get away with it. It's so bothersome to me to see these nice stairs here, yet they got a fence on the bottom and a fence on the top. You can't access that building. It's got a good Wi-Fi connection. Can that even be seen? Okay, 12:13 at night. This spot on my back, even though I've removed the seat, it's gotten worse. I can't take any deep breaths because it hurts. So there's something else going on. It might be cancer. Okay, so after sitting up for a minute, now I'm able to take deep breaths without pain. But why is it? It just when I'm sleeping, it gets bad, and then sitting up, it takes some time to get like better. There's something really wrong. I'm such a hypocritical hypochondriac. Well, I'm back up here again for the last time. Just cooking some potatoes and carrots as quickly as I can before anybody gets here. I think it's maybe 8 o'clock, so it's cutting it close. Now that the sun is out and it's coming out nice, I need to let the fog, the moisture get evaporated from my car, and then I'll take off. I'm a little tentative about going straight to Prescott because my gas is at quarter tank. 20 miles on a quarter tank is a very windy road, and I don't know if the measurement is as the crow flies or if it really is the measurement of the road. I hope it's the measurement of the road. To the nearest gas station, it's about 20 miles. And it's not exactly Prescott. Apparently there's a Prescott Valley, and I'll go to, that's east of Prescott. So they're two separate entities. It's kind of similar to Spokane and the Spokane Valley, which is east. You'll see that, I guess. It's It's interesting how those develop. It's maybe a political thing. Just make a note, I've never had this happen before. I got this thing squeezed, but there's nothing coming out. It's like the tank, I think their tank is empty. It's like, I never had it screw up like this. I paid $25. Alright, I'm just getting out and walking. I was about to head this way, looking for the Walmart, but I see it's this way instead. You can see it across the field, 0.2 miles away. I didn't even go in that library yet. I just want to see what food I can get. Seems like these Mavericks prefer the outskirts of the cities. And being next to Walmart really gives this sense of that I'm on the outskirts. But really it's the center of the city. This Walmart has no warnings about overnight sleeping, but maybe they're further in. It just simply says no trucks. I really need to test my rib cage out properly by doing more pull-ups. It just keeps popping out of place at times, and it's like I don't do any pull-ups, and I really don't find places. I gotta like look more keenly at alternative exercises, like just like do sideways pull-ups or something. The Umbrella Corporation as Canine, as a private security. Just what I see around me. Walmart and Safeway, I pretty much call it that this is a big retirement city, Prescott Valley. Didn't record it, but I saw a calendar, just 12 months, 12 pictures of Sedona. They are so captivated by that area. It is very captivating. I enjoyed checking it all around. But they took mostly the pictures of the mountain ranges. I actually had the cashier lady tell me that she doesn't like avocados when she saw my bag of frozen avocado chunks. She said she hasn't seen that before. Then she had to tell me she doesn't like avocados. Alright, my face is a little flushed, and I do not like that because it's an indication that I've been sitting too close to my propane cooker. The past 2 days in the mornings I was cooking, and I sat right next to it, out in the open, and my face got flushed. And usually that's a close association with having, I ate too much, having a propane, whatever burning propane problem is. I can't tell if I'm still on the teen section or what. Alright, so the viewing terrace is locked. Should ask when they have that unlocked. This is one of the darkest libraries I've been in at night. They got some kind of overdose meeting with cops.
What's going on? Why haven't you found Mom?
You look lost, Hank. Are you alright?
Yeah, I gotta admit that I am so close to my rib popping and me being crippled again. It feels so close, just walking. And I gotta admit, you know, it wasn't the seat that really caused my rib to pop out of place the last time. I think the seat led up to it, but it wasn't the primary cause, because I was just sitting at a library, just playing on my iPad, and then it just gradually, it was throughout the whole day, but it was just at that moment when the rib popped out of place and I couldn't walk again or breathe. I feel more confident that having removed that seat back, that I should be better, but I'm still feeling those feelings like this rib is about to just do something in a dislodged way. I think it bends in or something, bends towards the lung, and then causes the breathing problems and tightness. I need do I need an MRI? Maybe a chiropractor could just feel and understand what the problem is. That would probably be, what's more effective, a chiropractor feeling it or an MRI? I'm curious about that. I mean, the progress of the how this progresses is working in different ways, because every time it got really, really bad, I felt tightness in the spleen, or I felt tightness in the liver, like directly in the organ, it felt like. But this time it's right on the spine. But it could snap out of place. And what seemed to exacerbate it too was that long drive between cities. Maybe that was a factor, just sitting and driving, being hunched over the driver's wheel or something. Alright, I'm guessing this cop is waiting for me to open up my hood and start working on my car. He's just been sitting there for the past 15 minutes as I'm trying to mess around with the seat. The best I can do is get a nut out. Alright, my toe has been hurting for a while. It's been hurting right at this end, and I see some growth. It's been inflamed for over a month, and it's been off and on when I feel it. It's motion that really gets it. Something's wrong there. It's an inflammation that's just been continuing for over a month. Right, I finally figured out how to get rid of this piece, so I'm tossing it now. I gotta say, it was not easy. It took me like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, just staring at this bolt. I couldn't reach it. until I realized that I could screw the seat higher and raise it. Put it back down, and then I raised this end high enough so I could get to this bolt. I had to get in through the front with this thing, but it took me a long time to realize that. I got the back one no problem, but this one I was just sitting on. Alright, I guess I'm at the food bank a little early. It's 11:40. I thought there might be a line, but you know, I'm never exactly sure. They definitely got something set up here. I go into the main food bank, and I didn't realize they have a nice bicycle trail. A bicycle trail. It feels like it's all downhill. That's the way it was from the park to the library. So it'll be a lot of fun on the way back. Hey guys! So I slapped my leg twice when I was when I was passing an older lady from maybe 30 feet away, and she stops and starts looking all around her like she dropped something. Okay, thank you for letting me know you exist. Wow, this is terrible design. What a waste. You know what that is? Oh my goodness! Come and get me, Alright, this looks dangerous. This must be a flood zone. Guessing not many people take this trail on a bicycle, and not many people like me go to hunt down these food banks. I don't know if this is the right road. Probably is. Probably. Have a box. Oh.